Abigail Adams, wife to John Adams and mother to John Quincy Adams, an advocate for women's rights. My husband, John Adams, was away at the Second Continental Congress, creating a new government. And while he was there, I felt the need to voice my opinion. So I wrote him a letter. Dear John, I long to hear that you've declared an independency. And by the way, in this new code of laws, which I suppose it will be necessary for you to make, I desire you would remember the ladies and be more generous and favorable to them than were your ancestors. Do not put such unlimited power in the hands of husbands. Remember, all men would be tyrants if they could. If particular care and attention is not paid to the ladies, we are determined to incite a rebellion, and will not hold ourselves bound by any laws which we have no voice or representation. That your sex are tyrannical is such a truth thoroughly established as to admit of no dispute. But such of you as wish to be happy willingly give up the harsh title of master for the more dear, tender, enduring one of friend. Why then not put such power out of the vicious and the lawless to use us with cruelty and indignity? Men of sense in all ages adhere to those such customs, which treat us only as vassals, servants of your sex. Regard us then as beings placed by providence under your protection, and in imitation of the supreme being, make use of our power only for our happiness. My husband responded back to my letter by writing on April 14, 1776, Dear Abigail, as to your extraordinary code of laws, I cannot but laugh. We have been told that our struggle has loosened the bands of government everywhere, that children and apprentices were disobedient, that schools and colleges were grown turbulent, that Indians slighted their guardians and Negroes grew insolent, disrespectful to their masters. But your letter was first intimation that another tribe, more numerous and powerful than all the rest, had grown discontented. This is rather too saucy of a complaint, but you are so saucy I won't blot it out. Depend upon it, we know better than to repeal our masculine system. Although they are full force, you know they are little more than theory. We dare not exert our power in its full latitude. We are obliged to go fair and softly, and in practice, you know, we are the subjects. We have only the name of masters, and rather than give up this which would completely subject us to the despotism of the petticoat, I hope General Washington and all the brave heroes would fight. A fine story indeed. I begin to think that the ministry is deep as they are wicked. After stirring Tories, land jobbers, trimmers, bigots, Canadians, Indians, Negroes, Russians, Irish, Roman Catholics, and Scots, at least they have each other.